Hare Krishna, dear devotees, Dhanvat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada. Hari Bol to Satya Govind Prabhu for leading the chanting, and Pawan Prabhuji as well as Hitesh Prabhu. Hari Hari Bol. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminati Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschat Deshitarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Welcome everybody. So we'll continue with our prayer of the week and then continue reading from Srila Prabhupada's books. So this week we are singing this bhajan from Gitavali by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Basically this is a series of 8 songs by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur glorifying the Shikshashtakam. So this last week we sang song 1, this week we are singing song 2. Okay, I will continue today and then we can read the translation. So again, just a reminder, this is glorifying the second verse of Shri Shikshashtakam about Nam Nam Akari Bahudha Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatrarpita Niyamitaha Smaranena Kalaha Etadrishi Tava Kripa Bhagavan Mamapi Durdaivam Idrishamiha Janinanuragaha, which means that, O my Lord, your holy name alone can render all benediction to the living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, you have invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names, but I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them. Tu doya sagar taraite prani, tu doya sagar taraite prani, naam anek tuva shikhaoliani, naam anek tuva shikhaoliani, सकल शक्ति दे नामे तोहारा, ग्रहणे राखोली नाही काल विचारा, श्री नाम चिंतामणि तोहारी समाना, विश्वे बिलावली करुणा निधाना, तुवा दोया ऐचन परम उदारा, अतिशय मंद नाथ भाग हमारा, नाही जन्म लो नामे अनुराग मोर, भक्ति विनोद चित्त दुखी विभोर, नाही जन्म लो नामे अनुराग मोर, भक्ति विनोद चित्त दुखी विभोर, तुहु दोया सागर ताराईते प्राणी, नाम अनेक तुवा शिखाओलियानी, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. श्री भक्तिविनोद ठाकुर की जय, श्री गीतावली की जय, श्री शिक्षाष्टकम की जय, श्री गौरंग महाप्रभु की जय, जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय. Anybody would like to read the translation?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I can read.
Yes, Meena Mataji.
Thank you. O Lord, you are an ocean of mercy. You have brought your innumerable holy names to this world and have taught the chanting of them to the fallen living beings just for their deliverance. You invest all your energies in your own holy name, and for chanting your holy name, you have not established any rules such as consideration of time or place. Your divine holy name, being non different from you, is like touchstone. You have distributed your holy name throughout the entire creation, and that is the essence of your kindness. Such is your mercy, which is supremely magnanimous. O Lord, but I am extremely unfortunate. My attraction for the holy name has never come about. Therefore, the heart of Bhakti Vinoda is overwhelmed with sadness. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Haribol. Any reflections you want to share? Anything that you like?
Yes, just from the very first verse, O Lord, you are an ocean of mercy, reminds me of the prayer that we usually sing, Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deen Bandhu Jagatpate. So, we also tell him there that you are the ocean of mercy, you are the friend of the distress, and the source of creation. So I feel it's a reiteration, and we need the constant reminder that what is important. How do we reach our ultimate goal of being born in a human body? So that's what I gathered from this today, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you. Very nice reflection, very nice connection. Thank you. Yes, that's how we have to remember the Lord. That's our goal, right? Increasing our remembrance of the Lord. So very nice that you're able to remember that prayer that we always sing as part of our Prashadam prayer also. And even during the day, we can always remember Krishna as Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta
Radhakanta
Namostate.
Namostate.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Very nice. Yes, he is the ocean of mercy, and that ocean of mercy is right there in our hearts. As last weekend, Priya Radhika Mataji was speaking about the different manifestations of the Lord as even Paramatma who is seated in our heart. So the ocean is there, right? We have to just reach that ocean. And that we can reach, like we said, when we chant through our tongue. That is the originator of the holy names. Of course, Krishna is dancing on our tongue, and our ears are our passageway, right? So we have to open the passageway. Somehow our passageway is stuck, right? So the boat or the ship that has to go to the ocean is stuck. So we have to open the ears. Krishna has so mercifully given us 2 ears, so that even if we have a problem with one ear, we can still hear with the other ear. So opening the passageway will lead that boat to the ocean, which is there. The ocean is waiting for this boat to reach. So yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so let's continue with our reading of teachings of Lord Kapaladev, which is also teachings of Srila Prabhupada through his beautiful purports, which are not different from Srimad Bhagavatam, because these books are, like we said, these books are amalgamation of everything that Prabhupada had in his heart. The ocean that was flowing in his heart, he has outpoured into these beautiful purports. So by reading these, we are directly taking a dip into that ocean of love that pure devotees have in their heart. So that is what we read yesterday. We completed verse 26, where it was talking about the pure love that pure devotees have. Their eyes are always tinged with pure love for the Lord. Their hearts are filled with pure love and compassion and mercy for all living entities. So how do we develop that love? Is by Prabhupada saying the simple process that Krishna Consciousness Movement is teaching to everybody around the world is just chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and take honor Krishna Prasadam. Just by these 2 simple steps, we are taking the medicine and we are taking the diet, and we'll be happy, healthy, and holy. Okay, so that was the message from yesterday's reading. Let's continue with verse 27. Asevayayam prakriti gunanam jnanena vairagya vijrambitena yogena mai arpitaya cha bhaktya mam pratyag atmanamiha varundhe. Thus, by not engaging in the service of the modes of material nature, but by developing Krishna consciousness, knowledge in renunciation, and by practicing yoga, in which the mind is always fixed in devotional service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one achieves my association in this very life, for I am the Supreme Personality, the Absolute Truth. When one engages in the 9 different processes of Bhakti Yoga enunciated in authoritative scriptures such as hearing, Shravanam, chanting, Kirtanam, remembering, worshipping, praying, and offering personal service, either in one of them, or 2, or 3, or all of them, he naturally has no opportunity to engage in the service of the 3 modes of material nature. Unless one has good engagements in spiritual service, it is not possible to become detached from material service. Those who are not devotees, therefore, are interested in so-called humanitarian or philanthropic work, such as opening a hospital or charitable institution. These are undoubtedly good works in the sense that they are pious activities, and the performer may get some opportunities for sense gratification, either in this life or in the next. Devotional service, however, is beyond the boundary of sense gratification. It is a completely spiritual activity. When one engages in the spiritual activities of devotional service, he does not engage in sense gratificatory activities. Krishna conscious activities are performed not blindly, but with the perfect understanding of knowledge and enunciation. This kind of yoga practice, in which the mind is always fixed upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead in devotion, results in liberation in this very life. The person who performs such acts gets in touch with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Chaitanya, therefore, approved the process of hearing from realized devotees about the pastimes of the Lord. It does not matter to what mundane category the audience belongs. If one meekly and submissively hears about the activities of the Lord from a realized soul, he will be able to conquer the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is unconquerable by any other process. Hearing and associating with devotees are the most important functions for self-realization. Let's repeat that statement again. Hearing and associating with devotees are the most important functions for self-realization. In Golok Vrindavan, the living entities are serving Krishna as friends, cowherd boys, gopis, lovers, fathers, mothers, and so on. Even the trees, water, flowers, land, calves, and cows serve Krishna in Golok Vrindavan. This is also our business. But somehow or other, we do not like to serve Krishna. Therefore, we have been put into the service of Maya in the 3 modes of material nature. When a criminal does not like to obey the laws of the state, he is placed into prison and forced to abide by the laws. Our constitutional position is to render service to Krishna as his part and parcel. And as soon as we refuse to render him service, Maya is immediately there to capture us and say, "Serve me." It is not our nature to become master. Even if we become master, we will not be happy, because that is artificial. For instance, if the hand thinks, "Oh, now I have some nice sweets, now I can eat," the hand will ultimately be frustrated. It is the duty and nature of the hand to place the food in the mouth. In this way, the hand is nourished. Otherwise, everything is spoiled. Similarly, we are part and parcel of Krishna, and our business is to satisfy Krishna. From the Vedas, we understand that God, who is one, has become many. We are the many part and parcels of Krishna. Swamshas are his personal expansions, and we are his differential expansions, Vibhinnamshas. In any case, all expansions are meant to serve Krishna. This is explained in the Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 5.142. Ekala Ishvara Krishna Arasabhritya. Lord Krishna alone is the supreme controller, and all others are his servants. It is our natural propensity to enjoy ourselves with Krishna. As stated before, Krishna is Anandamaya, and being part and parcel of Krishna, we are also Anandamaya. Now we are seeking Ananda, bliss, in different atmospheres. Because we have a little independence, we have decided to go to the prison house of material nature, and we try to serve our senses instead of Krishna. Now we have to learn how to forget to serve this material nature, and that process is Bhakti Marg, the path of devotional service. When we come to the understanding that we are actually no one's servant but Krishna's, we attain self-realization. We must come to this understanding not by sentiment but by real knowledge. After many births and deaths, when one realizes that Vasudeva Sarvamiti, Vasudeva is all, he surrenders unto Krishna. This is real knowledge, jnana and vairagya, knowledge and detachment from material things. Once one engages fully in Krishna's service, he comes to the Brahma Bhuta platform. Presently, we are on the Maya Bhuta platform, identifying ourselves with Maya and working according to the modes of material nature. However, when one comes to the realization that he is spirit, Aham Brahmasmi, he will immediately become happy. Under the modes of material nature, we are being carried away by the waves of material nature, and we have no control over where we are going. Bhaktivinoda Thakur has stated, Mayara Vashe Yacha Bheshe Khacha Habu Dubu Bhai. We are like straws on the waves of the ocean, and we are fully under the control of the waves. Atheists shudder when they think that there is a next life because their lives are sinful and they fear punishment in the next. There is a Bengali proverb about a person who thought, I have committed so many sinful acts that Yamaraj will come and punish me. How can I avoid him? Thinking about this sometime, he decided, let me smear my body with stool, then Yamaraj will not touch me. However, this is simply foolishness. We are under the control of Maya, material nature, and it is not possible to avoid it. We have become infected by the disease of material nature, and no artificial means will save us. There is no way out other than surrender to Krishna. Krishna says that he will save us, even though we are very sinful. If we turn our attention to Krishna's service, to Bhakti Yoga, we can force ourselves to give up all anarthas, unwanted things. We should get up early in the morning and engage ourselves in the service of Krishna. Then gradually we will forget the service of Maya. Bhakti Yoga is so strong that if we engage in it, Maya's service will automatically be negated. This is called Vairagya. Krishna is the original Purusha, the original spirit, the original person. Everything has come from Krishna, and therefore he is Purusha, or he is Purana, the oldest. No one is older than Krishna, but he is always young. That is Bhagavan. He is Adi, the original source, the cause of all causes. Yet we never see Krishna as an old man. He is always fresh and youthful. Although Krishna was a great grandfather at the battle of Kurukshetra, he did not appear any older than a young man of 20. Krishna is always a young boy, and those living entities in the spiritual universe also have spiritual bodies the same as Krishna's. In the 6th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, we read that when the Vaikuntha, the Dutas, came to take Ajamil, they were 400 and very beautiful. In the spiritual world, there are 400 living entities, and they are all Nitya Mukta, eternally liberated. Unfortunately, we are now prisoners in this material world, and we presently have material bodies. These bodies are changing. Sometimes they are young and sometimes old. However, if we become Krishna conscious, we will not get another material body after leaving this body. We will go home back to Godhead and attain our original spiritual body, which is the same kind of beautiful body that Krishna, Narayana, has. We should take this opportunity to become devotees of Krishna by following the processes of Bhakti Yoga. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. We can take one or all of the 9 processes of devotion service and make our lives successful. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has prescribed the most important process, Shravanam. We need only hear, and that will make our lives successful. Very bold. Okay, let's continue to chapter 13. Perfect knowledge through surrender. Text 28. Devahuti Ruvacha Kachitvayuchita Bhakti Kidrishi Mama Gochara Yaya Padam Te Nirvanam Agyasanvasnava Aham. On hearing the statement of the Lord, Devahuti inquired, what kind of devotional service is worth developing and practicing to help me easily and immediately attain the service of your lotus feet? It is stated in the Bhagavad Gita that no one is barred from rendering service to the Lord, whether one is a woman or a laborer or a merchant. If he engages himself in the devotional service of the Lord, he is promoted to the highest perfectional state, and he goes back home, back to Godhead. The devotional service most suitable for different types of devotees is determined and fixed by the mercy of the spiritual master. Therefore, in order to become free from the miseries of material nature, one should approach a bona fide spiritual master inquisitively and submissively. When Arjun submitted to Krishna, he said, "My dear Krishna, now I no longer care to talk to you as a friend, because friendly talks will not benefit me now. Generally, we talk to a friend just to spend time, but when we approach a spiritual master, we should be submissive. Friends approach one another on an equal basis, but this is not the way to approach a spiritual master. Unless one is submissive, one cannot accept sublime instructions." Arjuna teaches us submission by giving up his friendly relationship with Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He says, "I have now become your disciple. Please instruct me." We can speculate for many births, for many years, and yet not be able to understand the ultimate goal of life. Therefore, the Shastras all advise that we search out a guru. The word guru means heavy or weighty. One who has much knowledge is heavy with knowledge. One should consider the bona fide guru in this way, and one should not think, "I know everything, who can teach me?" No one can say such a thing, for everyone needs instruction. According to the Vedic system, a child is sent to a Gurukul to learn spiritual knowledge from the very beginning. When a child goes to a Gurukul, he becomes a brahmachari and works like a menial servant. He may be the son of a great Brahmana or a great king. It doesn't matter. When one goes to a Gurukul, he immediately becomes the menial servant of the Guru. If the Guru orders him to perform some lowly service, he is prepared to do it. This is the business of a brahmachari. Even Krishna went to a Gurukul to teach us. There was no need for Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, to go to a Gurukul, but he did this simply to set an example. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also accepted a Guru. Prakashananda Saraswati was a very learned scholar, and he knew that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was also a great scholar. Yet, he criticized Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for chanting and dancing. For Prakashananda Saraswati felt that a sannyasi should devote his entire attention to the reading of Vedanta. He therefore considered Chaitanya Mahaprabhu a sentimentalist, not a bona fide sannyasi. Prakashananda Saraswati inquired, "Why aren't you reading Vedanta Sutra? Why are you chanting and dancing?" Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, "Prabhu kahe shuna Shripad ihara karana, Guru more murkha dekhi karila shashana." Actually, I am not very learned, and my Guru has stated that I am fool number one. He said that because of this, I cannot possibly read Vedanta Sutra, for Vedanta Sutra is not meant for an ordinary person. My Guru therefore advised me to chant this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and now I am doing this and getting the results. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela 7.71. At the present moment in Kali Yuga, people are not well educated. They are simply engaged in earning money to fill the belly. Vedanta philosophy is not meant for an ordinary person, nor even for an ordinary learned person. It requires great knowledge of Sanskrit and philosophy. Of course, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he knew all the things. But at that moment, he had assumed the role of an ordinary person in order to instruct an illiterate, ignorant society. In this age, people are not even interested in reading Vedanta Sutra. People are so badly infected by the influence of Maya that they do not even care to understand that there is life after death, or that there are 8.4 million life forms. Sometimes people hear that by acting in such a way they will become a tree, a dog, a cat, an insect, or even a human being. They say that they do not even care to know this. Sometimes they say, "Never mind if I become a dog. What's wrong with that? I will simply forget everything." Many university students in the Western countries speak in this way. They have become so ignorant that they are described as Manda. Previously in India, Brahmanas were interested in understanding Brahman. Athato Brahma Jigyasa. However, at the present moment, everyone is a Shudra, and no one is interested in understanding Brahman. People are simply interested in getting more money and going to the cinemas. Human life is meant for understanding our situation, and we should take instructions from the Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna is personally teaching us by accepting Krishna as his Guru. He asks Krishna to become his spiritual master and teach him. The lessons given by Sri Krishna are not simply meant for Arjuna, but for everyone. Krishna tells us in the Bhagavad Gita that we should search out a Guru. The first Guru is Sri Krishna himself, and whoever represents Sri Krishna is also a Guru. If I am a businessman and someone goes to canvass for my business and takes orders for me, he is my representative. If he simply says that he is my representative and yet takes some orders but uses the money for something else, he is not really my representative. Krishna's representative does not say, "I have become Krishna." Such a person is neither a representative nor a guru. He is simply a cheater. Krishna's representative is one who canvasses for Krishna. Krishna says, give up everything and surrender unto me. Krishna's representative says, give up everything and simply surrender unto Krishna. This is certainly not very difficult to understand. Anyone can become Krishna's representative. Nonetheless, for the past 200 years, many yogis and swamis have gone to foreign countries, but no one has spoken about Krishna. They have simply presented a hodgepodge of Indian philosophy. No one has actually presented Vedic culture as it is. We should read Bhagavad Gita as it is and understand the philosophy as Arjuna understood it. Arjuna was a friend of Krishna's. He was sitting with Krishna and speaking to him as a friend speaks to a friend. In the 11th chapter, after having seen the universal form, Arjuna tells Krishna, I have in the past addressed you as O Krishna, O Yadava, O my friend, without knowing your glories. Please forgive whatever I may have done in madness or in love. Arjuna understood that although Krishna was his friend, he was the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and therefore the proper person to be his Guru. He therefore told Krishna at the beginning of Bhagavad Gita 2.7, Shishyasteham sadhi mam tvam prapannam. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. These are the instructions we get from Bhagavad Gita. And whoever reads Bhagavad Gita has to accept Krishna as the Guru. We have to render service to a Guru and surrender ourselves. It is not that one should accept just any person as a Guru. The Guru must be the representative of Krishna. Then one can surrender oneself. Surrender means that one will accept whatever the Guru says. It is not that one thinks, I do not care for my Guru's order, still I am a disciple. That is not actually accepting a Guru. Of course, it has become a fashion to accept a Guru in this way, but this will not help anyone. As soon as Krishna became Arjuna's Guru, Krishna immediately chastised him. Sri Krishna told him, Ashochan anvashochastvam prajnavadam shabhashase gatasun agata sumscha nanushoshanti panditaha. While speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor the dead. Bhagavad Gita 2.11. Okay, let's pause here. Yes, anybody would like to share any reflections, any thoughts from today's reading? Anything that you liked? Anything that you loved? Anything that you learned?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji.
Sorry for the double whammy today. So the line that you repeated, hearing and associating with devotees are the most important functions of self-realization. And the other one, when the hand does not feed itself, its job is to serve the body and put the nutrients in the mouth so the whole body can be served. So just a couple things that I can think of is Sugriva had no qualification of his own. Yet Rama was not searching for Hanuman, he was searching for Sugriva. Why is that? Even though Sugriva had lost from Vali, Rama still garlanded him and applauded him. Why? The one and only reason Rama was looking for Sugriva because he had the association and loyalty of Hanuman. When it was time to give Guru Dakshina to Surya Dev for the school that he had attended, Sun God only said one thing, that please go be with my son. He needs you. And he wholeheartedly served him. So that's where the association of devotees, we may be impure. We may lack a lot of qualities. We may not have any qualities. Yet if we are associated with the devotees, that is a qualification in itself. So that's the line that came to my mind when I said associating with devotees. Second, the nature of the hand to place the food and everything in his mouth. So in Sundarkand, there's a verse, it's called, it's I think 37, 38 or 39, something. It says, Sachiv Ved Gurteen Jo Priya Bolei by As, Raj Dharam Karteen Tanteen Kar Hoi Begahinas. So Sachiv means guru. Sachiv means mantri, our ministers, people around us, people who we look upon for guiding us. Ved, our doctors. Guru, the one who is our spiritual master. If any of these talk sweetly out of malice, or out of pleasing someone, or out of getting more dakshina, there's definitely going to be a decline in Sachiv, as in, the property, Vad in health, and Guru as in spiritual decline there will be in our spirituality. So that's why if the hand thinks just for itself that, hey, I'm the hand, I'm the one who is holding that food, if the hand thinks that, that means the body is lost. That means the nutrients are not going to get to the rest of the body, and we won't prosper or flourish, or uh, you know will be healthy. So just couple thoughts that came to my mind, so I thought I shared that. Thank you, Prabhuji. Sorry for taking so much time.
No, no, no. Thank you for always so nicely connecting. always, always making sure that Krishna and Ram always meet, and Krishna's devotees and Ram's devotees always meet. So that is our goal is that, yes, we are all eternal servants of the Lord, and you, through your words, you are making all the devotees of the Lord come together. So thank you so much for sharing those nice reflections. I was reminded again of I think when we were on Saturday's class, Mataji was also talking about Hanumanji, and yes, how Hanuman uses everything in the service of the Lord, right? All the elements of earth, water, fire, air, and ether, everything has used in the service of Sri Ram and Sri Lakshman. So yes, and yeah, like I said, the true guru, you have to serve true guru, and as Prabhupada was saying, that without seeking out a true bona fide spiritual master, we cannot. And first, an Adi guru is Sri Krishna himself, Sri Balaramji. So when we are sincere, then Krishna helps from within our heart, and he sends the pure bona fide spiritual master in our lives. And without Guru's arrival, and without our rendering humble service to Guru, we cannot make progress on the spiritual path. So yes, so that's where both of those aspects come into picture, of hearing attentively from a bona fide spiritual master, and associating and rendering service to a pure spiritual master. Those two things, that's where everything starts. And then when we take those instructions and continue to work on them sincerely, then we continue to make progress through the other steps or other limbs of bhakti in terms of bhajana kriya, kirtanam, smaranam, etc. So yeah, and we can see from the, like Prabhupada was saying today, without even Sri Krishna himself had Guru Sandipani Muni, right? Even Sri Ram had Guru Vasishta Muni, right? Even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had his Guru as Ishwar Puri. So Lord himself is teaching through his example that without Guru's presence and his devotees also, we see whether it be Dhruva Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, everybody has had a pure devotee who has come into their lives. And without, so we can do these sadhana, we can read these books, just as we give Prabhupada gives the example of medical school, that you can read medical books, but you cannot become a doctor just by reading the books, right? So we can, on the power of our sadhana, we can try to do everything. That will certainly help, but we cannot ultimately reach the Lord, without the mercy of his pure devotees. They are like the bridge, the Ram Setu, jo banaya tha Bhagwan ne, by the mercy of his devotees, right? He gave the service to his Vanar Sena. So like that, a spiritual master, Guru, is actually the bridge between us and Krishna. So we cannot reach Krishna without the bridge. So that is what the mood should be. Thank you so much once again. Anybody else would like to say or share anything? See, Adi Guru Prabhu is here. Nandini Gopika Mataji, anything you want to say? I think there was a statement today which I think Adi Guru Prabhu was also talking about at the center, about the Brahma Bhuta. As Prabhupada was talking about Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, and instead of being Brahma Bhuta, we are Maya Bhuta. So yeah, in this world, that's what we are.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare
Dandavad
Krishna.
Pranam, Prabhu. Dandavad Pranam to everybody.
Pranam.
Prabhu, it is so amazing that how Krishna organizes everything so that you learn more and more. Yesterday, I was reading Bhagavad Gita with some of the college students from UC, and then I was reading we were reading the fifth chapter, and the verses from 20 to 26. And verses 524 talks about Brahma Bhuta. 525 and 526 talk about Brahma Nirvana. It's the same question that Asmita Mataji had asked in the class that Priyaradhika Mataji gave. And it also talked about the best welfare activity of human race, how to bring anyone to Krishna consciousness rather than physically helping them by building hospitals or schools and stuff. We touched that in today's purport as well. So it's amazing how Prabhupada speaks to us in so many ways and is able to communicate the knowledge that we do need to hear. So I did not. I mean, we talked about the Brahma Bhuta stage, but I did not know very well about the Brahma Nirvana question that Mataji had asked. And Prabhupada so nicely explains in the purport what it is. And Krishna arranged so that I could hear it. He wanted me to hear the right explanation. So, Prabhu, thank you so much for your reading. I'm so unfortunate that I cannot join every day, but I'll try. I try more and more. Thank you. Thank you, Meenu Didi, for your reflection. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for giving us that boost that yes, Prabhupada is speaking to each one of us. So yeah, that's so nice. Thank you for sharing that how Prabhupada is coming into our lives every day. Even though we are not eager, but he's more eager, just as Krishna is more eager. So whenever we take the opportunity, yes, he's there. And yes, I was just thinking as I was reading, I was remembering your words in the class. So I was just thinking, yes, and how nicely that you reflected back that your Prabhupada also connected back with you. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. If no other, any Pravakar Prabhu, were you going to say something? I saw you came off mute for a while.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yes.
First of all, I thank you, Meenu Mataji, to make the reflection of the Ramayana because it will be more attractive. So, one thing I learned from that last 20 years, I observed one thing that, yes, spiritual masters need our life. Without the spiritual masters, our life is totally meaningless and worthless because our guru is one who that will properly guide us and make our life in a disciplined manner because discipline is most important uh, in the life so that we can detach ourselves from the materialistic world that we call as the Maya. So that I learned from from my guru from the last 20 years. मैं जब यहाँ पे आ रही थी ना तो उन्होंने मुझे एक बात बोली थी बच्ची को प्रॉपर कल्चर देना इंडियन कल्चर एंड सेकेंडली वन थिंग उन्होंने बोली थी डिटैच फ्रॉम दैट तो यहाँ पे जो होता है ना मदिरा पान और एक्सेट्रा उन्होंने एक ही बार बोली थी जस्ट डिटैच फ्रॉम योरसेल्फ इन दैट वर्ल्ड अदरवाइज तुम्हारा लाइफ पूरा स्पॉइल हो जाएगा वही मैंने यहाँ पे देखा जैसे लाइफ स्पॉइल हो जाता सो थैंक यू प्रभु जी the reflection Hare Krishna for your dedication in the morning. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Yes, मैं आपके बारे में सोच रहा था माता जी जब बोल रही थी रामायण का इसमें लगा कि गीता माता जी हंस रही होगी. So, thank you. All right. Thank you, dear devotees, for all your wonderful reflections and your association every morning. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyaiva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Anantakoti Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Jagadguru Srila
Jai
Prabhupada ki
Radhe
jai.
ki jai.
Teachings of Lord Kapiladev ki jai.
Jai.
Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari
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 Bol.
Bol. Hare Krishna. Thank you,
Thank you,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji. Have a great day, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.